justice. This is what Scripture talks about in the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. It says to do justice. And when I think about that wonderful term, justice, I said, what does it mean? And I say to do what is right in the eyes of God. And also, when I think of this, I just think about order. That just having an order in your life that causes you to have a very good barometer of what's the right climate of things in your life. And to me, having order is just essential. Now, I don't want to give you the wrong impression. I don't always have order in my life. I desire it. But sometimes I allow circumstances to take control, and they dictate to me things that isn't in my desire and heart to be. But yet, I try my best to bring myself back to that place of order that I believe that only God can establish. To say this, it says, God, what is right and what is wrong as you see it and as you apply me to it. In other words, God, what are you saying to me that is your work for me to do here on this earth, and the life that you want me to live, and the goals that you would have me to establish that would allow me to be the most effective in your kingdom? Then God, that's what I want to know. And that's where I want to be, and that's the order that I want to have in my life, because only then will I find myself, as Micah has said here in the Scripture, as he's heard from God, what does the Lord require of thee? And he says, to do justly, and to have justice in your life. And to me, to have justice in my life is to know that I'm in the center of God's will, and God has given me the orders, and I'm following them as God would have me to do so. And then there's that great principle that Jesus talked about this. And he simply says, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. To me, that's finding that justice and that order in my life. In other words, I'm not going to do somebody else what I don't want them to do in return to me. In all fairness, truth, and honesty, as I would stand before my fellow human being to make sure that I'm not doing anything that would not be something that I would want to have returned into myself. And I think that very well describes what the Scripture is talking about simply here, to do justice and to live justly before God. And that the scales would be such that I would always be balanced as I stand before God, and God would see in my life the order that He would have me to have, and the priority, of course, always to say, well, God, you're the top of the list. You're number one. So, Lord, I'm listening, and I want my heart to be open, that you would speak to me and that you would show me the truth that you would have me to follow. And that would be that which would justify myself as I live and walk this walk here on this earth. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.